We're going to do our regular feature, having a look at where the parties have taken their campaigns today. There's lots we can read into this. So first up, this is the Home Secretary, James Cleverly. He was in Rochester for the Conservatives, pitching the party's plans for a cap on worker and family visas. Now, the Labour Party have taken their battle bus to Bolton, where Keir Starmer met with voters in a cafe. The Shadow Science Minister was also in Stoke with the Chancellor Rachel Reeves and the Scottish Labour leader Anna Sawar. That's them in Edinburgh. Now, the Lib Dems were in Cheadle, where Ed Davey took the opportunity for another photo stunt. Of course, it's Ed Davey with a game of Blue Wall Jenga. See what he did there? And he also paid a visit to North Shropshire, nearby on the map there. John Swinney continued his campaign for the SNP. He was also in Edinburgh. Voters there really getting spoiled today. And the new leader of Reform UK, Nigel Farage, was out and about in Clacton in Essex, where he's standing to be an MP. Sky's political correspondent Rob Powell has today's campaign report.
A campaign launch that was always likely to be eventful. 2 people were arrested after Nigel Farage had a milkshake thrown over him while leaving a pub in Clacton. Earlier, parts of the East Coast resort ground to a halt as the Reform leader began his campaign to become the local MP.
The Conservatives have betrayed that trust. They've opened up the borders to mass immigration like we've never seen before.
Hundreds of people crowded near to the pier in the town often known as the birthplace of Brexit.
He's not a racist.
Yes, he is.
The controversial politician bringing debate and division to the Essex seaside.
We're entitled to...
I'm not being rude or nothing, so you're all for mass immigration.
Campaigning further south in Kent, the Home Secretary visibly trying to address those concerns. James Cleverly proposing a migration cap that would see MPs vote on the number of work and family visas that could be issued each year.
The Tories have broken so many promises to bring down migration. Why on earth should voters believe you now?
So we have seen a 10% fall in legal migration because of the actions that I've taken with the full support of the Prime Minister since becoming Home Secretary. We've seen the visa routes that have created the largest influx of people. Those applications are down by 25% because of the action that we have taken.
But with electoral threats on all sides, will that be enough?
The Tory campaign has so far been geared around more traditional Conservative policies like national service, pensioner tax breaks and now a tougher immigration system. But with Nigel Farage back, there will likely be pressure to move further to the right to try and stop voters switching to support reform.
Making a low-key entrance to meet pensioners in Bolton, it's Sir Keir Starmer who stands to benefit from a surge in support for reform. But Labour know they need to reassure voters on immigration, so it's no surprise they're also taking a spiky tone.
We need a skills strategy in this country so we don't have to have so many people arriving on work visas, and we have to hammer down on bad bosses who aren't complying with Labour standards, and we would ban them from recruiting people from abroad.
Thanks, Nigel.
We've seen this one before. A decade after Nigel Farage's old party took Clacton in a by-election, many of the issues concerning voters here haven't changed, and neither has this man's ability to draw a crowd. Rob Powell, Sky News.
And here's a list of the candidates declared so far in the Clacton constituency, one that we're sure to be watching on election night. The full list of candidates there for Clacton on your screens.